So hello everyone. Today I'm going to do a topical presentation. Well, I'm a student from University Kebangsaan Malaysia, majoring in psychology. The topical presentation is about how brain generates emotions. Lecturer is Dr. Atika, and group only have one member, which is me. My name is Long Ziqi, magic number 185432. About how brain generates emotions from the stimulus. It's a long process. From the stimulus through the endocrine and lymphatic system, then to the hormones and physiology. So it's quite complex. The brain is emotional about thinking and feeling. These are several steps for brain to generate emotions, which you can see here is a very complex feedback loop, which we will mention a lot about feedback loop. The first step is for the stimuli to activate certain brain areas. This process is rapid and direct and intentional. For the area it will activate is about the prefrontal cortex, which is the emotional central, and the limbic system, which is the activated areas. Then we use happiness as an example. Happiness activates several areas of the brain, including right frontal cortex, left amygdala, left inlusa, and the precuneus. This activity, happiness, involves connection between awareness center, frontal cortex, and the inlusa, and the feeling center, amygdala. Here are the areas that the yellow areas are activated. And this one also including the amygdala and the brainstem, which is the first step, react to the stimuli. And the second step is for brain to analyze and regulate emotions. This procedure is long-term and reasonable and cognitive. For the emotional processing, the amygdala processes emotional significance of the stimuli and generate an emotional response such as fear or pleasure, which is important for the rapid assessment of potential threats and rewards in the environment. However, there's a long-term goal and a long-term procedure feedback loop. This actually achieves goals in long term, but it works very fast in our emotional processing. So the prefrontal cortex can send inhibitory signals into the amygdala and process the emotion for the social or environmental situations. Amygdala is here, the prefrontal cortex is here. They send signals to here, and the amygdala also change the prefrontal cortex, shaping cognitive process and the conditioned emotional response. Means the amygdala also sends signals transported to the control center prefrontal cortex, which is most of the limbic system organs located here. Thus, the feedback loop is like if the emotion usually happens, the feedback loop becomes stronger. So the amygdala sends signals faster and stronger, and the emotional response actually means our behaviors will go very rapid and obvious. Then, when the feedback occurs, amygdala and prefrontal cortex form a loop in order to form a rapid emotional judgment system and long-term plastic feedback loop. So when the brain analysis, especially prefrontal cortex, analyzes the emotion and thinks that we should change our personality, the feedback loop is going to change, which is the plasticity of the feedback loop. Then we go to the third one. The third step, final step, is for the brain to transform signals to release hormones. This one is physiological and launch behavioral and situational procedures. Start from here, hypothalamus sensing. The brain evaluates the situation and determines the hormones to release hypothalamus hormones. These hormones activate the pituitary gland, and pituitary gland release certain types of hormones to the targeted glands in the endocrine system. Then its hormones in action. These targeted glands begin to release hormones for the body organs to take actions, which we can see here. Hypothalamus release hormones to activate pituitary gland first round, and release hormones to targeted glands second round, then release hormones for the body organs the third round, which is a very complex procedure. Here we also mention feedback loop. When the hormones reach the right level in the body stimulus tells the brain to stop releasing more hormones. This is a protection and balance system, which is also called feedback loop. And here's a brain anatomy, including many parts. So in conclusion, the main associations are there's an emotional center called prefrontal cortex, and the activated areas are not only organs in the prefrontal cortex, but also other areas in the limbic system. Then it turns to the endocrine system when the hormones are released and change to neurotransmitters. And the most significant part, in my view, is amygdala. It's very significant because it carries most kinds of the emotions, and usually the emotions have something to do with it. The amygdala is should be around medulla hypothalamus. So it's about this area, and it's very small actually. So question and answer. We might all have a question that's what kind of emotions related to what brain areas, and how is it generated? This is the most popular question about our topic. So for happiness, the brain area is medial prefrontal cortex and the ventral striatum. For anger, the brain area is amygdala and prefrontal cortex. For fear, brain area is amygdala and hippocampus. For sadness, the brain area activated is amygdala and ventral medial prefrontal cortex. For surprise, the brain area is superior colliculus and inlusa. For disgust, the brain area activity is basal ganglia and inlusa. So about these topics, about emotion, we can ask more questions, such as, if we are angry, how do we show happiness? It's like when your boss asks you to do something, a really formalism, you will feel very angry. It wastes your time. However, you can see from the boss that it's a very significant task, and you need to show the happiness in order for the boss to arise your position, means let you get high positions in the company. For this question, we need to go back to the feedback loop, which is not the third one, but actually the second one. When feedback occurs, amygdala and prefrontal cortex form a loop in order to form a rapid emotion judgment system. This judgment system is also an analysis system. It will, as the situation I described before, you with your boss, the brain will tell us that we should look happy as a long-term goal. And we can use our plastic feedback loop to change the emotion from this emotional processing. Means this one, the rapid assessment of potential threats or rewards. In this situation, the formalism will let you feel angry or disgust. Then now the feedback loop begins to work. So the prefrontal cortex sends signals to the amygdala. No, you should look happy, and process the emotion for the social environmental situation with this. We need to be happy. We need to show our happiness. Then feedback loop, which is plastic, can change the madness here to, or madness here, the prefrontal cortex notice amygdala and say that you should generate some happiness, and the amygdala says, all right. Then I transfer the signals to the prefrontal cortex, and each time I face this situation, I will transform or send the signal of happiness instead of madness. Or disgust. Okay, then the feedback loop change. Here, change. Then the emotion, the stimuli activated emotions actually changed, and the amygdala and prefrontal cortex are not tend to activate basal ganglia or inlusa in this situation. They tend to activate the medial prefrontal cortex and ventral striatum in order to create happiness. This is the way the feedback loop works and change the emotions. I guess everyone is clear with that because it's very complicated. So here we have another conclusion. As user guide to emotions, we might have many questions like about social interactions. How do we keep our emotions reasonable? And there's an answer here. Self-awareness. We should always realize we are ourselves, and we should be self-reasonable and consider ourselves. We can also be powerful to make decisions and even be stronger than others when we react to a situation. That is self-awareness. And the resilience and outlook. Outlook means self-introspection, which means I should rethink what I'm thinking. I should go into the world of my mind in order to see what should I do and what am I doing now. Then your emotion will naturally get very calm, and you will change your emotion into a reasonable way. That's a solution when you face challenging and difficult situations you face. You should react with this way. Okay, then thanks for watching. This is all I present. If anyone has some questions, you can also ask, and if you have suggestions, you can tell me in the comment of this video. Really, thank you.